The kickback coming on TCG Player this weekend is going to be crazy. We are going to be having a Black Friday sale over at MCoolGames.com. Bet you guys, nobody ever checks the description, but I do have a website. We do stuff on it. So yes, we'll be doing something probably tomorrow. So watch out for that. So let's pass on over to Markowatch, shall we? Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content. So Black Friday, Core TCG has their sale up already. And, I'm not really too big on these. Like, these mats are a little bit expensive, 60, 70. 70 for the San Diego one, 35 for the Axis cut. Tins for $12.99. That's not terrible. $150 for a case if you wanted something to open. That's not bad. Digimon boxes for $20. Once again, if you wanted something fun to open, for sure. But, the most interesting things I hear, like the Soul Burning Duels pack for $20 is not terrible. But the thing that kicks me about buying off of Core is they're going to charge you $10 shipping. Like, so whatever you're getting here, you got to be aware of, like, you are going to be getting hurt, like, a lot for shipping costs. So keep that in mind. All right, I want to say, there's a couple things here that look decent, at least in terms of, collectability. 3 structured decks for $20, sure. But it all comes down to what you think is good. Soul Burning Volcano, though, is probably the best thing, but it's not going to matter if you're buying enough to justify that terribly expensive shipping cost. So give it a shot, take a look, see what's going on, and go from there. Toy cards. I don't know if... poor toy vendor here. We'll talk about that in a second. More toy vendors. I love these. The small version of our dear friend Toy Magician is 18 cents from the Advent Calendar. And don't get me started on Advent Calendar stuff. I don't know if you deep dive too hard into the 2018 terrible Advent Calendar, but you look at these things now. Snowman Eaters are actually money. The Baguskas are $6. The Santa Claus are $4s. Heartlands are $2s. This set actually paid itself off in the long run, and it's freaking hilarious. Toy Magicians from Duelist Genesis. You might want to keep an eye on these over the next night just to see where they're going, but as of filming this, right now they are about $2. I don't think you want this for the new toy support. Don't get me wrong, because this thing, especially summon this card during the end phase of that turn, yeah, it's actually too slow in order to actually kind of get itself off of the ground. But it is cool that we did get, more of the toy cards to kind of flush out the archetype and actually make it into something a little bit more reasonable. But people are going to see those toy cards from last night and they're going to go, "Oh, toy soldiers, need to buy them," No, I don't think you do, but okay. Heritage of the Chalice. I'm not going to go too crazy into these warrior buyouts, but this card was consistently $15, and you can tell that we've had a heart attack while driving this card through the market. But right now, what is it? Actually, lowest verified is $20 effectively for this. We bump on down here to your ultras for Heritage, and yeah, it's about the same right now. I don't really have much of an opinion on the hero stuff. I love Noble Knights as a deck. I love the old build. I'm not a crazy fan of the new build and the way that it plays, but that's not stopping the fact this card does not have a reprint and it has toggled up through such crazy ranks. It's amazing what a card from 2019, 4 years later, being worth so much more than its previous time. And of course, King's Sarcophagus. I can't say that I'm not surprised. 6 listings at the moment at lowest $79. Just kidding. You're actually heading on up to $100. I'm surprised that it stayed as low as it did for as long as it did, because so many people look at the Horus stuff and they're like, this stuff is so good. And I agree. The Horus stuff is a lot of fun to play. Right? It is the engine. And the fact that the higher rarity stuff for the deck, I guess it just took people a lot more time to kind of click with them and go, hey, maybe we should be picking this stuff up. And you had the other day when these were $76 a piece to pick them up and nothing really changed on that. Now they're heading up to $100. Story as old as time. Archlord Christias, $122 now. I am very curious, and I mean very curious, to know where does the end game for this set go? You know, obviously, one thing you got to worry about this weekend is a lot of people they're holding up buying. They're like, hey, you know, kickback is coming up on TCG Player. I don't want to spend unnecessary money when I can just wait and see. And I don't blame them for that. Primaris CRs are 112. Oof. Trudeias are worth more than Primaris. Sure. Okay. Emeth's 75 to 76. Sure. Centurion Legatia quarter centuries, $80. The Memento Field Spell actually is worth $54. Holy crap, that's a lot of money. None have sold except for the ones for $69. Huh. Interesting. I can't wait for that to reverse course when something broken comes out. Memento, the combined creature, nice $50. That's actually pretty interesting. Stand-up Centurion, nice $62 for the spell card. Legatia at $49 for the CR. Boxes are at actually $62. They're going up. Wow. Actually, that's hilarious. This set was at $59 here, and then they're jumping up to $62. So people are buying the product, but this set's bad. Darkblade at $38, Skeleton at $27, Domino at $36. Okay, that's fine. Emblem is down to $33. That's good, but Primaris are gassing. Holy crap, $32. Honest CR is at $30. That's hilarious. We still have not hit Dark Honest yet. Trudeia's at 24s. Legatia's at 22s and going. Dark Honest at $13. Emeth at 12. Anguish at 12. Wow, Bone Party's a whole $8. Man, Valmonica, nice, $6. And then Skeleton, $4. I hope you get your cores for this before something happens. Like, this is too cheap not to play the game. Like, honestly, you risk it. $30 gets you your core, and you see if it does something. Absolutely. All day long. All right, what else we got going on back here? So yeah, the generator stuff is a thing. Lopdor is going up. There was how many deck lists that generators have been having success with out of the last couple weekends of regionals? Especially, we had double runic builds smash through, so I'm not all that surprised. Boss stage is heading up to 5s. Even the generator token is now $4. Like, come on. And then, of course, I mean, Mardels are still floating at 4s, but you guys, you have some dumb value happening back here. Be aware of it. The structured decks, John did a pretty good analyzation talking about the value of these, but $12, and I mean, Vision Resonators are at $5. Crimson Gaias are at 3s. Soul Resonators are at 2s. You have a lot of good value just in the first couple of cards for these, especially when you're like looking at this for the sealed value. It's kind of insane, actually. Painful Choice. Did you know that I just kind of was looking through some of these listings, just for like the numbers, and there were not a lot of Painful Choices on the market. $1.60s for some of these. I don't know, it's just one of those things that you kind of come through here and you take a moment, you're like, Spell World worldwide release. Yeah, $20. Interesting. Also, we have a Dark End on TCG Player for $5,000. This caught my attention. You don't really see these floating around all that much. To be fair, the last one did move at what, $4,000, which is already insane to me because these were $400 back in the day. You added a 0 to that price. Also, Access Code Talker. People remember this card, right? Well, contrary to what you might have been believing, you know, these did dip down to like $35 and started spinning back up to 40s. Access Code is moving right now. I know a lot of people don't really pay attention to this anymore. Especially, you know, the Echo version's bad. It got reprinted. Yeah, they're going back up. Strangely enough. You know, it's almost like those original print cards people forget about for a very long time, and then they go, oopsie daisy, on up they goesies. And then Sangan from Retro Pack 1. I just wanted to show this curve is beautiful. 193. Light Plays did move way back in eternity ago at 80, but you have none other than that. that have really moved. Like, this is, look at this, $80 for light play on up. Yeah, German's for like a fraction of English, and then 192 is your, or 193 is your lowest. What a train wreck. So what do you guys think about today's market? Please, comment down below how much you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.